Hey there, Artist Caleb here. Stonehearth. This game's an alpha and it's really phenomenal. I just wanted to show everybody kind of the basics and what it is. Big thank you to TKH for giving me this game. It was a gift and it was awesome. Okay, so I've started a game. Made a lot of progress on it. Let's take a look at it really quick. Okay, so here it is. I'll show you all this stuff, like how to do it, how to get going. When I first started this up and tried it out, I really got my butt kicked. I mean, it's kind of tough. I lost a couple of people, like they died and everything. It was difficult. And I know this doesn't seem like much right here, but it's actually more involved than you'd think just to get to this point. And I'm going to show you how to do that, how to have a thriving little colony of people here. So in order to do that, we just have to start from scratch. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a new game. This is the story of a brave band of settlers from, and you get to choose your kingdom here, the Ascendancy. Earnest and hard-working, loyal and well-rounded, so firm, so fully packed. Citizens of the Ascendancy chop, build, and farm, confident that the known world is theirs to inhabit. Then you've got Raya's children, or Rayas, the people of the desert, learned early that to survive they needed each other, and preferably as many others as they could reach. Now, visitors find them generous hosts with access to goods from all over the world. I'm going to go with the Ascendancy. The Ascendancy, a prosperous and industrious kingdom. Seeking new lands and adventure, they set off to... Again, we select a place here, temperate, forest, rivers, mountains, default home of the Ascendancy, or desert. Dry, sandy, with chunky hills and sparse vegetation, default home of Raya's children. And I'm actually going to go with temperate simply because I live in a desert and I'm really used to it, and I don't really like it. So I'm going to go with the green forests and stuff. Select a difficulty. You've got normal and peaceful. Normal, adventure forth in a world fraught with danger. Your town will be subject to raiding enemies. The peaceful game, it is what it sounds like, sandbox mode, no invaders, stuff like that. So I'm going to go with normal. And we're going to go ahead and begin this. So you can roll new citizens and just sort of take your chances. These actually look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with what I've got. And then, of course, we've got $150 to spend. I would recommend spending that. I'd start off with a farmer's hoe. Not in the ghetto street sense. It's just a tool to work with here. And I would start off with, I think, a herbalist staff. We've got 50 more bucks that we can spend. And I think we're going to go with a wooden sword. And we're going to embark. Okay, now, the world is going to randomly generate. And if we're not satisfied with it, then we can roll a new map, which is, I think, what we're going to do. Now, I don't know about this part right here, the world seed. I'm sure that there are some really fancy things you can do with that. But I'm just going to go ahead and roll again. Come up with something a little bit more random and chaotic, sort of. I like this. This is pretty cool, actually. So I think I'm gonna go with this. And I'm going to go ahead and set up, let's say, probably somewhere around right here. Okay, so you see my cursor. Wherever I move it, look over to the right there. You'll see it'll talk about that area. Plains, or describe it. Foothills, mountains, and mountain peak. Pretty cool. I'm going to set up right there. Settle here. I was always told not to settle, but I think it's okay in this game. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to click on the banner, and we're just going to set it. So I'm going to set it right there. Okay, and we're going to give it a name. And I am going to call it artistcaleb Ville. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Okay, so now moving around, there are a few different ways to move around. You can use your space bar and then just sort of move your mouse around without clicking anything, but I don't really like to move that way. You can also use WASD, which I like, and then right mouse to rotate around, and then of course scroll to move in and out. You can also middle mouse click to move around like that, but you know, why when you've got WASD? I'm used to doing that. Okay, so we've got our people here, and there's a lot to cover, and there's a lot to do like right off the bat, a lot of really important things. So I think that one of the first things that we should do, go ahead and go into your little citizen manager here, and you can tell a person, like for instance, we'll choose. There are two ways to choose people, by the way. You can do it in here. You can just click directly on the people, as you can see. So I'll click on white Mr. T, and sure, we'll give him a job. So we can just click on the little scroll right there, and we can tell him, okay, I want you to be, you know what, he looks like a footman, like a soldier. So now he's going to pick up his sword, his little Rambo knife. Yeah. And the villagers are worried about that because he, you know, his personality is a bit twitchy, but that's okay. All right, so let's this time let's go ahead and go into the citizen manager here. We can see that he's got his job over here. He's not doing anything. He's idle unless we tell him to do something. We'll just choose somebody else here, change jobs, and we'll tell her to be, I don't know, like let's say about a farmer. We'll watch the little animation. Oh wait, that's a him. Sorry about. Well, you know, I don't know. These days, you just can't tell. But yeah, I'm sure it's a guy. Okay, it looks Amish. Okay, so let's go in and let's choose another one. This one, and this one is going to be. Let's see, can we? Yep, he's going to be a builder. All right, we have one more to assign because we still have our magic stick over here. Still have the budding staff of Aaron. Let's see, we'll choose this one right here, and she is going to be a herbalist. She's always been into that, like the, you know, holistic healing, and and she's a bit, you know, strange. Okay, so important now. We need to get right on food. Food is extremely important. So we're gonna zoom out and we're gonna pick a territory. We're gonna pick like an area. Look around us a little bit. Looks pretty good. And actually, do you know, I like this bottom land for planting. So I'm gonna try to choose it. We haven't explored over there yet, but I really want to choose that for farming. Just because, no particular reason. I just like it. It's bottom land. 11 by 11, and when you do that, it pops up and we can choose what we're gonna grow. So I'm gonna grow some corn in there, and gonna do another one here, and we're gonna do wheat. Okay, and then we'll do another one here. And for this one, we're gonna choose a healing herb. I think that looks pretty good. And you know what? I want some more corn too, actually. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And we're gonna need plenty. So I'm gonna keep going here. So let's see what else we'd like. Yeah, carrot. Sure. And maybe some silkweed. Okay, for right now that's pretty good. And this guy, as you can see, he's patrolling. That's what he's going to do unless we tell him to stop patrolling and do something else. Okay, now we've zoned out some farmland, which is important. All right, and actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go in here to harvest, and we're going to gather. And now, so for gathering, let's get rid of these trees. So I'm going to drag a box around all that, and they're going to start working on that pretty much right away. The other thing is, too, we can start clearing all these plants and little rocks and stones and stuff like that. And all you have to do is just click on it one time. So we'll do that. And you can see the little icons popping up. And get some rocks here. Yeah, looks pretty good. I didn't get that one. There we go. Okay, now this is really important. They're going to need a place to put all of this stuff. So we're going to have to go back into the zoning here, and we're going to make some stockpiles. And I think that our stockpiles should be pretty close to our campsite. That's like our town center. And, you know, let's see here. I might actually move everything sort of closer to our farmland over here, but I think that I'm going to go ahead and stockpile. And it's good to choose a place, you know, thinking about like invasions and stuff like that. Seems like we could get more easily invaded over there. I'm actually gonna, well, shoot. This is kind of tricky. I think I'm going to go ahead and do these here. Draw a 20 by 20. Just leave them all checked. They're going to start stockpiling stuff there. I'm actually going to do 2 of them. Okay, now there's plenty of room for that. Okay, so they're on it. And they're going to start moving over there. And actually, you know what? I think I want to move this. Our town center is just too far over there, in my opinion. So I'd like to move it like right here for right now. That looks pretty good. Somebody's going to move it over there. And they're going to build a campfire. It's going to be really pretty. So it's important to get started right away. Gathering food, starting your crops, zoning out and everything like that. Zoning out your areas. And now, you know what? We need immediate food, though. And for that, we're going to look for berries. Okay, it's nighttime. And look for... Oh, there's some berry bushes right there. That's kind of nearby. There's some over there. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Let's zoom down. Can you see them there? If I zoom way in, you'll see those berries. See them? Okay. So let's go ahead and... Oops, not stockpile. No. We're going to gather. And I'm just going to drag a box around all those. That's going to give them immediate food. They're going to need to eat berries for a little while. I want to be a little bit careful about sending them too far away. Because there are trolls and stuff. There are enemies. We need to be kind of careful about that. Alright, I'm going to move this right here. Okay, so this is where our people are going to gather and stuff when we have raids. I'll show you that when the time comes. So for our first video, I think this is a good place to pause it. And then when we come back, more cool stuff. Once again, a massive thank you to TKH for this game. Check out his channel. There'll be a link to it below. And this is going to be really fun. I really like this. Oh, one more important thing to note about this game. The Developers. A lot of good things to say about the developers. They actually listen to the community, so that's like huge right there. And they do updates. I mean, they're faithful about doing all that stuff. You know, it's really refreshing. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Okay, I'll see you then.